Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Family Focus. How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody is doing well and we're staying focused on the things that are important to us in life and as individuals. Now, there is a particular topic that I have grown very passionate about, and this passion came out of my own personal experience with this mindset that has basically what do I say? It's a pretty bad place to be, and it's a pretty bad mindset to have. And this is the thought process or the belief system that something is inherently wrong with you, or that you are a bad person and you can get nothing right, you can do nothing right in life. This is something that I had believed about myself for a very long time. And so I lived my life from that belief system. I entered every situation, everything in my life from that thought process that something is inherently wrong with me, and as a result I can't do anything right, and I never do anything right. And it has really handicapped me in so many ways. For example, one of the main ways that it has handicapped me is that I spent years of my life thinking that I was ugly, believing that I was ugly. I mean, I'm no Lisa Hannah, but I spent years of my life thinking that I was ugly. No, imagine that. Imagine just the disconnect between what you are thinking versus what actually is. And you walk into a room, or you enter a situation, or you go out in public thinking and feeling that you are an ugly person, when people looking on at you are seeing something totally different. And they are looking at you for what they are seeing, but you are responding for the way that you are feeling. So that's one of the main ways in which that idea, that thought process, and that belief system has handicapped me in my life throughout the years. And what I have come to believe and understand just by reading and researching, and just from experiencing my experiences and observing other people in their life, I have come to understand that that is not the case. There was never anything wrong with me, and there is nothing wrong with me. I was never a bad person, and I am not a bad person. In addition to that, what I have come to understand is it is as simple as I was in the wrong environment with the wrong people. Now, there's a scripture in life that's in the Bible, that says, I believe it was Peter who said somewhere in the New Testament, where he said, I have learned in all things to be content. And I'm sharing that to say this, that I'm grateful for my life journey. I'm grateful for all the experiences. Some of them I could have done without, and some of them really would not have been necessary had I learned certain things that I should have learned at the age and stage of my life that those things were needed to be taught to me. Some of those things would have been avoided. But overall, like Peter, I have learned how to be content with everything in any state that I find myself in. So at this juncture, I can only be grateful for everything that I have gone through that has brought me to this point, that I can be sitting here making this video to share with you who may be going through the same thing. And so hopefully something that I will say in this video today will help you out of your situation faster than I was able to learn and grow out of mine. Right? So there's nothing wrong with you. You are not a bad person. And if for any reason you feel this way, it simply means you are in the wrong environment and you are around the wrong people. That's it in a nutshell. So one of the other ways that it handicapped me, this thought process handicapped me in my life, is that whenever I was doing anything and I had any challenges or something went wrong, I would just give up. I would just stop. I would give up, and I would, because I was operating under the thought process and the belief system that there's something wrong with me. And so, because the reason something went wrong, it's because of me. So, as long as I am trying to do it, or as long as I am the one doing this thing, it's going to go wrong. Something is going to go wrong, and I essentially will never be able to make good or be successful in this area because I am the one doing it. And especially because I was seeing other people doing the things that I was trying to do, and they were successful at it, but yet I wasn't successful at it. So that became confirmation for me that, yeah, it's you. And so for years I would tell myself that it's me, I am the problem. So as soon as I started something, or I was doing something and something went wrong, I would just give up. I'd just give up. And so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today, is learning to identify the challenges in our lives and putting them in the place where they belong and treating them as such. Because consider this. You're on a journey from point A to point B, and you're driving. Along that journey, you're going to have different challenges, and you're going to need to treat those challenges as such. So if you, along the journey, you will hit potholes. If you're driving in Jamaica, you'll definitely hit potholes. But we have to learn to treat a pothole as a pothole and not as a flat tire. Because if you hit a pothole, you don't stop and turn back, or you just make sure that everything is okay. The car is still good, and the car can, and you keep moving. You don't stop. You keep moving. Now on that same journey again, you are going to probably come upon some boulders in the road or some debris in the road. If you need to come out of the car and clear the road so that you can pass, then that's what you do, but you don't stop or turn back. And if the boulders are of such that you can't move them and it is impassable with the boulders in the way, then the government would have come in and cleared the path so that people, because now this is a obstruction not just to you but to the nation at large. So a higher power would step in and resolve that situation. So you can either wait for that to be resolved, or you seek an alternate route, but we don't stop. That's the point. And then so you're driving along, and you realize that your gas needle is saying it's at quarter tank. You don't stop, or you don't turn back. You look for the nearest gas station. You get a refill, and at the same time you probably feel hungry. You don't stop, or you don't turn back. So you refill the gas tank, and you get something to eat to refill and re-energize your system. You don't stop, and you don't turn back. So you keep on driving, and now you get a flat tire. If you are one of the wise virgins that the Bible speaks of, you will have a spare in your car. And so you'll be immediately able to change your tire, or to get help, seek help in changing the tire if you're unable to do so. You change the tire and you keep moving. You don't stop, you don't turn back. You keep on moving. And you just keep going. None of the things that I have mentioned are challenges or things that should cause you to stop on your journey, or to forfeit the journey, or to turn back. And none of the things that I have mentioned so far, none of the challenges on your journey is your fault or happened because you are a bad person. Those are things that will happen to anybody. What you probably could have done differently is, maybe if you were paying attention, you probably wouldn't have dropped in the pothole, you wouldn't have hit the pothole. And also, if you were driving at a careful, moderate speed, you probably wouldn't have hit the pothole. So yes, there's potential that you could have avoided it. But the fact that you hit the pothole is not a life sentence. It's not a testament, or it's not evidence to the fact that you are a bad person or you can't do anything right. That's not what that is. So with all these things in life, we need to be able to identify the different challenges for what they are. Make the necessary adjustments, make the necessary repairs, make the necessary corrections, and keep it moving. None of these things are a life sentence, and none of these things are happening because you are a bad person. None of them. But it's just for us to have the presence of mind and the understanding that you don't stop. You don't give up. You keep on moving. That's what makes the difference. You keep on moving. Don't listen to what people are saying to you or about you. You keep on moving. That's what's important. So that's what the important thing is, guys, that we don't stop. I mean, taking a break or resting is different from stopping or forfeiting the journey or turning back. Those are different things. So rest if you must, take a break if you must, but do not stop, do not turn back, and do not give up. And so these are some of the things that we learn in the family growing up. Our parents are supposed to guide us and teach us when we have challenges. Babies know this. Babies know this naturally. And that's why in my last video I said, we are blank. We came into this world blank, but complete. Because babies know this, that when they're learning something new, or when they're trying to walk, or when they're doing, and they make the first step, they try the first time and they fall, they don't give up, they don't stop trying. They keep at it and they keep at it and they keep at it until they get it. And then before you know it, one day they're walking, the next they're running. Because that is just how life is. And we have to push through no matter what. But what I want you to take away from this video is that there is nothing wrong with you. You are not a bad person. And the bad things, or the challenges that you're facing in your life, is not because you're a bad person, and it's not because something is wrong with you. More than likely, it's because you are around the wrong people and you're in the wrong environment. Because if you are with the right people, they will teach you how to navigate these challenges, how to make better decisions going forward, and just how to do things differently and in a better way. So if you're feeling like you're a bad person, and if you're feeling like something is wrong with you, you are in the wrong environment. Because there's nothing wrong with you, and you are not a bad person. We came into this world whole and complete. We even brought our own food when we came. That's how complete and how whole we are. Alright? So that's it for me today on this video, guys.